Welcome to my 37-week pregnancy update. I'm actually 37 weeks and 6 days today, so 38 weeks tomorrow. It's going really fast. I'm really enjoying these weeks on maternity leave. I'm struggling a little bit just in terms of getting out and about. We've only got one car at the moment, and walking long distances is proving a bit problematic. You might be able to tell I'm out of breath quite a lot of the time, just sat down, so walking's a bit of a challenge. I'd really love to know if it's going to be 2 weeks or 4 weeks or a week or 3 weeks. I think every heavily pregnant lady would, because I think that would help me enjoy the time that I've got left, just us two. But that is a luxury that I don't have, because I'm hoping to have a natural birth and I'm not planning for a cesarean or anything. I've started to get the daily phone calls and text messages from my friends and family, being like, any signs? And the answer is no. I've had no Braxton Hicks, I've had no show, I've had no tightenings or anything really. No water's breaking dramatically in the aisles of the supermarket, although I think that only happens to like 15% of women, so I'm not really expecting that to happen to me. So yeah, nothing as of yet, but I know that some people just don't, and it just happens. My mum went into labour super quickly, only had back labour, didn't have any front pains, so hopefully that happens to me, and she gave birth in like 2 hours, so fingers crossed. Yeah, so one thing we did this week is we went to see the hospital, which was really interesting. We're actually giving birth at Wythenshawe Hospital in Manchester. That's the nearest one to us. It's about a 25-minute drive away. And there were 2 kinds of rooms that you can give birth in there. There's the midwife-led care unit, which is actually really lovely. There's 6 rooms there. They all have a pool in. Paul keeps referring to it as a jacuzzi pool, which didn't take too kindly to, because I don't think I'll be sat in there relaxing. But it's got a jacuzzi pool, and they've actually not got like a clinical bed in there. It's more of a low-lying sofa and one of those space tubes that has like a giant lava lamp in it. So I imagine you could make it quite nice in there really. But you can only go in there if you want to have just gas and air, or at the very most diamorphine, which is my plan, and I'm hoping to stick to that. So hopefully I'll get to use one of those rooms. And then if you did want any further pain relief from that, so if you wanted an epidural or pethidine, any of the others that you can have really, you would have to go to the consultant-led care unit, which is just down the corridor. And those rooms aren't as nice. They're literally just a standard hospital room, so like you would expect a very clinical bed. You do get an ensuite, but they're not the nicest. So I'm really hoping to be able to stay in the pool and do it that way. We'll see. And then they took us upstairs to the labour ward, which is boiling. It's really hot. If you have to stay, I was quite surprised, and you want your own room, it's £70 a night. And I think I probably would pay, just because obviously other people's babies being awake at night and just having that little bit more privacy after you've given birth. So I think the only reason that you'd have to stay is if you had a cesarean section, or if you had some sort of complication. So fingers crossed I won't have to stay. Your partner can't stay with you. They can come from 8 AM till midnight, and then they have to go. Paul did say that he'd sleep in the car park, because I don't think he'd want to go home and leave us, but you might have to. So yeah, that was really good, and they answered any questions. You can actually stay for a bit longer if you want some breastfeeding support, which I'm hoping to take advantage of. There's not been a whole lot of that offered to me so far, and I am actually quite nervous about it. I just can't imagine feeding a baby. Like, I can't imagine my body being able to do that, or if I'll know how to do it right. I'm quite intimidated by it, because a lot of women say the first 2 weeks is quite hellish, and it hurts quite a lot, and I don't really want to put that pressure on myself. Paul isn't that keen on me doing it, I think, because he feels like I've taken the burden of this pregnancy for 9 months, and he should be able to help when the baby arrives. So yeah, it might be something that comes really naturally to me. It might be something that I struggle with, so I'm just going with an open mind. I have bought 1 tin of formula, and I've bought 2 of the ready to drinks, which you'll have seen on what I'm taking in my hospital bag, just in case I can't physically do it for any reason. I am prepared to stick it out for a little bit, just because it's so much better for your baby, and just out of laziness really, because I just don't want to sterilise things and have bottles everywhere. And then once breastfeeding is established, I am hoping to express, so that Paul can feed the baby as well. And it's just a nice bonding thing. So we're going to give it a go and see how it goes. So hopefully there'll be a little bit more support with that once the baby is born. Everything else is pretty standard. I feel pretty good. My bump feels very high still and very hard, which I'll show you when I do my bump update in a minute. But aside from that, I don't think he's moved down, but when I went to the midwife last week, she said that there just wasn't enough space for him to go because I'm quite short. So I don't think he will really until the very last minute. Weight wise, I haven't actually weighed myself this week. I weighed myself about a week ago and I was 9 stone 7, so that's a 1 stone 5 pounds gain from the 82 that was before I got pregnant. But I have a feeling that this week I've put a little bit more weight on and I don't really want to know. I'm just the kind of person that'd get me down, and I know I need to put weight on for him, and he must weigh like 6 pounds now, but I don't know, I'm avoiding it. One thing that's really helped me this week, and it sounds super hippie-ish, but in a morning I've actually taken to doing a little bit of meditation and yoga. So I just go into the baby's room and I put on a little meditation track and I do maybe 10 minutes of yoga and meditation, just my centre breathing from a hypnobirthing, which is 4 in through your nose, 8 out through your mouth, while you're doing the yoga, and just while you're sat on the floor relaxing, and just repeating the kind of like positive affirmations in your head. It sounds so hippie and it's not like me at all, but it's actually really helping. So just saying things to yourself like, my baby will come when he's ready, my body will know what to do, everything's going to be fine, he's healthy, I'm healthy, my body can do this. It just gives you like a 10-minute window in a morning where you can just sort of balance yourself and set yourself up for the day. I think if I didn't do it, I feel a little bit more frantic about what I'm going to do that day, or not having anything to do, or being bored, or being lonely, or when's he going to come, and panicked. And if I do that, then I just seem to be able to level myself out and really sort of reassure myself. So it is really working. I'm actually reading Fern Cotton's new book, Calm, as well, which is really good. It's all about finding sort of like your inner calm in quite stressful situations. She's also got a book called Happy, which I've read, which is really good as well. And it's quite nice because you can draw in the book and add your personal stuff to it. I know it sounds super hippie-ish, but it is working for me at the moment. And I am just trying to prepare my body because it is quite a big thing to have to go through. Hospital bag wise, everything's packed, and I've actually done a video, which I'll link in the description below, on everything that's in his hospital bag and my hospital bag. Nesting still crazy. I've cleaned the windows outside, I have painted the kitchen, I have organised everything. I've actually done 2 packs, which I will do a video on, where I have done a little nappy station for downstairs as well as upstairs. So I've done nappies and wipes and a change of outfit and everything that we would need in the cupboard downstairs. And I've actually bought a second changing mat for downstairs as well, just so we're not having to go upstairs and downstairs all the time. Chances are I'll probably end up changing him downstairs more than I change him upstairs. And I've also done a little Tupperware pack that we're going to put in the boot of the car, so that if we're out and there's an emergency or like a punami, then we've got a change of outfit and we've got nappies and we've got everything that we need just to leave it in there. We actually went and bought a new car because ours was too small. I drive a Mini 1, and we've upgraded to the Countryman, which is the 5-door option, which will be so much better because we can actually get the baby seat in the car now. So we get that next week. So I feel like everything's ready. I've washed and ironed all his clothes. So everything's super ready. I've bought baskets and done out. I'm going to do a proper nursery tour when everything's arrived. I've ordered the Sharon Montrose prints, the animal prints, and they're on the way. So once they've arrived, I'll do a proper nursery tour, because I'm super organised with the nursery. And I really want to share like the different organisation techniques. I've read the Magical Art of Tidying Up, which has a really specific method for sort of like organising things. So yeah, the house is super clean. The health visit is coming tomorrow, so really interested to see what kind of support and stuff I can get from her, and Paul's coming home to join me for that. So we're ready basically, and it's a really fine line between not wanting to do everything too soon so that you literally spend the next 3 to 4 weeks sat on your hands, because I could go to 42 weeks, who knows, and then needing everything to be ready. They say psychologically it makes a massive difference if you are ready, so we're ready. If you came now, it would be all good. I haven't bought nursing bras yet. I haven't bought the curtains for his room, but they're two little tiny things that I could probably do afterwards. So yeah, so that's about it really. Now to show you the bump. I do apologise for my attire this morning. I am still sort of semi in pyjamas. I have had a shower, but I'm waiting for my clothes to dry so that I can go to the gym. This is the bump for 37 weeks, the usual black sports bra. Yeah, I don't know if I've grown much. That's from the front. Again, no new stretch marks really. Managed to avoid them so far, but very veiny. Not the most attractive in the world. But yeah, that's the bump. Very high up still. Getting a lot of burning across here, which feels like my skin's gonna rip sometimes, which isn't the best. But yeah, pretty big basically. I'm feeling like it, getting the waddle. But I think pretty much everyone gets that, don't they? So yeah, still going to the gym, kind of doing the yoga, and trying to do 3 or 4 big walks a week. So for me, I really rely on my step counter on my phone, and doing about 10,000 steps in a day is a pretty good day for me. So walking's a really good way to induce labour as well. I've not tried to induce labour in any way. I'm just kind of going to see how my body does it, because yeah, come see me next week. I probably will be eating dates and pineapple. Paul does keep trying to say, oh, should we go for a curry? And I'm like, no, I know what you're trying to do. Because I think he's getting a little bit more impatient than I am. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm planning on filming quite a few videos over the next couple of days, just so I've got some stocked up for when he's born, because I imagine I'll be quite busy for the first couple of weeks and probably won't be filming. So I'm going to do a name tag video, baby names we love but won't be using, a nursery tour, and a couple of other things. But if there is anything that you would like to see, just comment down below and I will definitely get making them. So yeah, thanks so much for watching and I will see you next week. Bye!